As well video the first thing that's going on this bed build, and if you stick with this project and watch it, I know there's going to be a lot of comments about the materials I'm using and how I'm doing it, but I'm wanting a bed that's going to be unique, and I'm wanting a bed that is going to add a significant amount of weight and mass to the back of this truck. We've got two 40,000-pound Meritor axles, and it's fully locked, and we've got, as you can see, the off-road tires on it. So this truck will be used in an off-road situation. But so I'm trying to add weight for traction and also ride purposes, and then if I want to haul any equipment on the back of it, I can do that as well. So the first thing we're doing is, this is going to be where one of our bed mounts is. I'm putting rubber down along the frame rails. You can see I just added some primer there because the catwalk, when I took it off, it already worn a spot through. So just went ahead and primered that. I'm going to paint it over, and then I'm going to put this rubber all the way down the frame rails so that when we put the subframe on for the bed, it won't be rubbing the paint off on the frame or the bed. And it's also going to serve as an insulator, because I am concerned about the electronics on this truck and welding on it. Even though I'm going to remove the grounds, I'm going to remove the wires going into the ECU. I'm just concerned there's a ground somewhere that I might miss, and so if I've got that rubber insulator on there, the bed will be sitting on that, so it'll be insulated from the frame, and I'll just keep my ground clamp close when I'm welding. But a lot of the bed's going to be welded on the table anyhow, and there won't be much welding going on the truck. But we'll get the bed fitted on, and then we will pull the bed off and take it and have it sandblasted. So this piece I've already kind of prepped, and it's got dirty sitting here on the tire, but so it's going to be the first mount, and so I prepped it and painted it because that part's not going to be getting sandblasted, because it'll be welded to a cross member here for the bed. So this will be behind the weld, so I want to make sure that was already painted. But I'm going to do two subframes. This is not like most of the beds that you see out there. They're typically all one piece, but this bed is going to have a subframe here in the front, and it'll have a connection point here, and then there'll be a subframe and bed the rest of the way back. Couple reasons for that. Because the bed is going to be so heavy, it's going to make this back bed, the back section, more manageable, and the front section will still be heavy, but it will be more manageable as well. I'm also going to bring the bed up to the level of these lights. So the point being, if you look at this body panel, you can see where the body panel is here and how they've molded this in. So my goal is to have this molded in and the bed start here and come all the way across, and then it'll kind of waterfall down as we get back toward the back, but because I want it to look like it's part of the truck. But so here we go, we'll get started. All right, quick update. This is the box that's going to go behind the cab. Down inside of here will be a toolbox that will go down, extend down in between the frame rails. So this is 29.5 inches tall and 33 3/8 wide. So it should match the Volvo framework rails exactly. We're going to put a receiver tube in right here. This will be for bike rack or a winch in the future if I needed to winch anything up onto the truck. had a little issue, and here this is going to be the one thing that's exposed. I mean, you can see these other welds, they look, yeah, pretty good, but and this part is going to be exposed for now, and this happened to be the point where the welder started acting up, so I kind of went back over and filled in. I'm going to grind that out and fix all these, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but it started sputtering on us. But actually we had the same thing happened over here, so it happened twice today, and I need to fill that in, have to grind that down as well, but which nobody will see that. I mean, it's penetrated well, you can see, but the penetration, but I don't like it. It looks terrible, so I'm going to do another pass over top of that. But this is what we've got so far. Alright, so this is we've got this all tacked up. This is going to be the main body. You can see the toolbox is going to go right down in here, and the hitch will sit right here. This cross member, I've got to get a measurement and see where we need to put it behind the hitch. And then there'll be some more 3x6 tubing that's going to fit in this notch that will extend down to be part of our bumper, as well as our tow hitch. You know, class 5 is probably what it'll end up being, or greater, I'm not sure. But so I think we're doing pretty good. I apologize, we don't have great lighting in here right now, but and then this is the box that will sit in front of that. So this is 29.5 inches tall. It's going to sit in front of this, so our overall bed length is going to be right about 15 feet, but that box will sit right behind the cab, so up in this area. So it'll connect right here, and then there's going to be a slope that comes gradually down and ties in back here between the wheels. So wherever the wheels set, that's kind of where the slope will end, and then it can just tie in to outriggers that will be coming out. So instead of doing traditional cross members like you see a lot of guys do, they go all the way across the top. I wanted to maintain this area between the frame rails in the front and the back for storage, so I'll have a tremendous amount of storage. And so what we're going to weld on here is 6x3, 3x6, whatever you want to call it, tubing, and then we'll triangulate back down to the frame, so it'll be triangulated down, so that tubing will be supported all the way back down to these 3x10 by 1/4 inch wall tubes for the side rails. The other thing we did is we coated the insides of these tubes with a rust preventative, the ones that are welded in here, so they've been coated internally with a rust preventer. And then we'll also, I mean, these are accessible right now, so I think they've already been coated. I can't remember. I can look at it when I've got more light. But so they're coated, and leave in the comments if you guys have any ideas on. I have an idea, but these will be coated as well. And my idea is, and you guys can tell me if you've got a better idea, is I'm going to take a battery powered sprayer that you know, we use on the farm. It's got I think a 10-foot hose, and I'm going to lock the wand in. I'll slide it back, and we'll just drag this, and I'll put a fan tip on it, and then I'll just drag the hose out real slowly so it'll have a chance to coat the entirety of the inside of the tube. And because this one will be welded shut, so I'm definitely going to coat it. I'm kind of considering not coating this one, because we're going to put, because it's going to be open, so any moisture can drain, and this being 1/4 inch, it will outlive me and most people that are watching this video before it would rust through. But anyway, there's going to be a slope on this, so we're going to kind of dovetail it down, and so it'll be sloped, and I am considering putting leaving some access here for either storage or some future controls for the toolboxes, but more to come on that. But thank you guys for watching.